Welcome to the only talk show hosted by the lovable legend, Bigfoot.
Well, welcome to my talk show. My name is Bigfoot, and you are, sir?
I'm Yoshi Gish.
So, what brings you to Washington?
Definitely not the weather.
Well, this isn't normally this sunny, so you got lucky.
Absolutely. When I came to Washington the first time, I was with a band called Torturers, and we had a show at the Studio 7. We played there. I was a part of their stage crew, and they were the band, but I was part of the stage crew. And I had no choice but to ride with the band to go to Seattle. I was like, I'm totally down to go to Seattle. When I was a kid, I always wanted to go to Seattle. I've always admired Kurt Cobain, the grunge rock music scene, Soundgarden, and Pearl Jam, and all the greats. Alice in Chains. I mean, I could go on for hours. But it's just one of the states I've always longed. I always wanted to go to the West Coast, either California or Washington, something like that. I just didn't know. And I've always lived in Florida almost my entire life. I lived in Texas and Colorado for a couple of years out of it, but I felt that it was time for a change, and I like it here. I think it's cool. When I go out east, it's hard because I smoke marijuana, openly, obviously, and out east, it's not very acceptable to the people. You know how it is, but it's getting there. People are open more to it. It's kind of a struggle when you drive through West Virginia. There's very little strong strands there that will keep you going.
Well, talking about your days in Florida, sorry, I'm shedding a little bit.
That's all right. We have a dog on the tour.
In your Florida days, you actually did something really cool. You had this the Battle of the Bands, and I mean, it was really cool of you to go out there, get people to join in for a recording session. I thought that was really heartfelt, and that you were really trying to help out other musicians.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about that for a minute.
Please do.
The battle for the bands was put together by me. I knew a lot of local bands, and a lot of them were local musicians that had extra time, because we'd all have day jobs. We practice once or twice a week, and then we go do our band. So these guys had some extra time, and I asked one member from 6 bands if they would come out and be a judge panel for these 12 musicians that I had set up. Not all 12 musicians made it out, but I had 5 musicians set up, and the judges picked 2 artists that they liked the most, and the 6 judges split up into 2 groups, and the drummer, bassist, and guitarist picked the guitar singer that they wanted to work with and record 3 songs with them. One of them was able to do it. The other one she won, but she was disqualified due to lack of showing up. She had a death in the friend and family. She was a friend of David Carradine's wife.
Oh.
And when David Carradine passed away,
yeah.
She went. David Cassidy. David Carradine.
Well, the kung fu guy. Yeah, and Kill Bill.
He
passed away.
She was friends with his wife, and she had to go to California for his funeral. Like that day was like the day I did the Battle for the Band's finale. So the winner went to a local kid, and it was kind of cool.
And I hope other musicians decide to carry on that idea.
I'd love to do it because it gave a chance for someone that has like a kid, family, a job, time they don't have to put out to make a recording, to work with professional musicians in a professional setting and record in the studio and record 3 songs, and then when their kids grow up and say, oh hey, my dad plays guitar, listen, these are some songs that he did, and it's kind of a thing that he can pass on to his kids. He's like, I'm a working dad, take care of my family, take care of my, do what I gotta do. And they just want to go play guitar. If they do like an open mic, so it's kind of started with the open mic idea. And like, if these guys could just find a band, like a jam band, to work with them and record their songs, it would be great. And that's what a lot of open mics do, is they have a jam band that'll play behind them. Yeah. But to actually have 3 musicians that I like these guys, I want to work with them. It's kind of like The Voice. The Voice kind of like started. I don't know when that started, but it's kind of like The Voice in a way.
What keeps you experimenting with the different genres that you perform with?
There's a lot of music that comes out. A lot of people are influenced by a lot of music in these different genres. I have a lot of friends in different areas, all over the country. I like their music. Everybody likes different music. I've grown up listening to country music, rap, rock, classical, everything. I haven't really I couldn't really be that type of person to pick that one music that defines me. It's all music. You know, it's all the same 8, 16 or however many chords are. It's all the same millions of patterns, but it's all the same.
How do you get inspired to write?
Depends. I've written songs here in Arlington at the Mirkwood. That night with the host of the evening playing guitar with me, we wrote 2 songs right there. Nobody recorded it or anything. It just happens. And I've got songs where I start with an idea and it takes me weeks to months to finish the song. My songs are serious. My original music, it's I don't know what it is, but it comes from a more serious, darker place, and I don't know the direction that I'm going with it. It kind of takes its own direction. Every album I've done sounds different. All the works I've done has not been released, but to me, I can see the contrast in the styles that I'm bringing out. And as soon as I can get them done, I mean, I've got like 36 more songs done that I could just record. If I could just sit there and produce and work with a band and make them, finished and everything like that, they'd be 36 finished more songs. But, with time, it takes, and I think that finding the right musicians and being out there, not stuck in a job, working, and, every day, and like, well, I get the band practice whenever I can, and trying to coordinate with 3 other guys or 2 other guys to say, well, when do you have the time to do this? Not just, let's go out there and do it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the action I'm taking. So the inspiration for me is, I didn't really have anything else I wanted to do. I didn't want to go back to work. When I lost my job, I was like, I'm just going to keep on going. So now when I write about music, I really look at something and I write a song about something. I'm not one of those songwriters that are just going to mill out a song every day and like, oh, I'm going to write this song about this. I'm not a breeder. Okay. I'm not going to just start spitting out kids because I can stick my dick in a hole and fucking make another fucking kid.
Right.
Save it for a special occasion. You want to write a song, write about it, something that means something. Don't just like, well, I wrote the fucking sun is shining and the fucking trees are green. Yeah, da 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 da. Okay, you just killed a fucking scale and now we can't play D anymore.
No, I understand. Like your song will happen when everything lines up.
Yeah.
I get you, man. So what are some of your inspirations?
Starting out, it was Kurt Cobain. Unfortunately, he passed away, and the number 1 space went on to Billy Corgan because he was still alive. I like.
Well, I'm a Smashing Pumpkins fan too, so.
So I really enjoyed what they were doing at the same time as Nirvana. It's kind of like, well, what do you like, Coke or Pepsi? I'm like, well, just bring me brown if it's carbonated, I'll drink it. But no, it's there's people have different musical tastes.
Right.
Some people really don't like Smashing Pumpkins. Other people really don't like Nirvana. But as we talked about before, I like all kinds of music. So, but no, I don't really know. Everything inspires me. But then again, not a lot inspires me lately. It's kind of, I don't know.
Is there a motto that you live by?
Well, other than if it's free, it's for me. But my mom always says, "Sing it from your heart." So, and that's how I was like, we don't need no monitors. I sing it from the heart.
I like that.
I got so many mottos, man. It's insane. This is a can of Garrett made by our awesome friend Brian.
It is.
He has a machine that, well, he's a machinist. He makes these things.
Well, anytime you can make a better joint, I'm all for it.
It's way better than the Canagar. This hits way better.
And I like the glass tip. It's a nice thing. What's your favorite method to? What's your favorite method to smoke by? Bong, Coca-Cola can.
I love that. Lately, it's been vaping because I'm focusing more on my voice and doing what I'm doing with the band. Smoking has really taken a toll on me singing. So I try to stay away from that, but when I do smoke, it's usually a pipe. I don't roll, I bowl.
Okay.
That's what I say. That's another motto. I don't roll, I bowl.
I like it a lot, actually.
I like Cavity cones. I like smoking those a lot.
Yeah.
Dabs have been great.
Okay.
But my drummer got a really awesome vape pen. So like different settings. So now he like vapes.
Is it like the battery pack ones?
No, just the battery.
Oh, like a pen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's super cool, and I think it's neat because it's better for the lungs and the voice and stuff like that.
You've got any new projects going on where you're going to be making an album of a ukulele?
Absolutely. Well, what I did I bought a ukulele a year ago, and I wrote some songs, and I wrote an album called So I Bought a Ukulele, and I wrote some songs. And
Now you've got 2 albums. Is this on the second one?
the first album was done in 2009 by Rich Wise. His father was David Wise, a guitar tech for Pete Townsend of The Who for 15 years. The guy liked what I did, and he's like, I like what you do. And I'm like, I love what you do. And he's like, come to my house, I'll record you. I'm like, yeah, awesome. So for $300, we recorded the CD. We had 6 songs done on it, and yeah, it was a really cool production. It didn't even get mastered. We thought it sounded great. We felt that if we mastered it, it would just muddle everything out and it wouldn't sound crisp. But we left it mixed the way it was. And the second album is The Shadow I Call My Reflection. That was done by Ryan Dutton, the drummer of Virginia Rose Band. He also drummed on that production as well. It was his drum set, his studio, so he just kind of sat in and did what he could do when he worked on it. It took 2 years for us to do that project, but we were on and off with doing different projects at the time. And the third CD that I have in mind to do is called Out of Sight, Out of Mind, and it's not yet recorded, but we had a side step project to work on in Kansas, and the project name was called Woodshedding, and it's really just a self-titled, this is the name of the album. It's just a symbol like Prince.
Okay.
But it's all my very old recordings back in like 2000 that just never made it to any kind of they made it to SoundCloud as like demos,
right,
and just really cool takes of just acoustic and vocals. So we brought them to life with drums and bass and guitar, and it was supposed to just be an acoustic session that was done by my friend Morgan for free for Indiegogo. It's a fundraiser thing. He says, I have no money for you, but I am living in a studio, so come and I'll record you for free as my gift to you. And I'm like, absolutely, I'll see you in Kansas.
Cool.
So I got up there, we recorded 7 songs, and they didn't get finished because his computer crashed out, but we have all the tracks still. I have them with me. We just have to find an engineer willing to sit through the mess of tracks, 77 gigabytes of stuff, and fix someone else's.
But it is there.
But it's there. It's there. It might just have to get redone, it's, all over again. But it's just, do I remember those songs? It's been 2 years since we really played them. So Chris drove out to do 1 song on that whole thing, and it's badass. It was a really cool song. But right now, since we came out to Washington, we are taking a sidestep from that project and working on a song called On and On with Milo. He's one of Macklemore's producers, and I'm looking forward to that session. That's going to happen very soon.
Yeah, would you mind hitting a few of those tunes?
Beaten down by all the sadness, I have taken my whole life to defeat all these demons. Memories I can't even explain. I don't have reasons for these actions. I don't need them. And we cry on and on and on and on and on and on and on, and we cry on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Put together little bits of happy things to make it through the deep end, 'cause I'm sinking. Treading water where I live is not the life I'd want to give another, to make them suffer. But we go on and 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 on. But we go on and 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 on. Take away a person's sadness with a piece of wood for plastic.
That was really good.
Thank you. That's a short version. It gets more intense. We add drums and it gets incredibly pumped.
I just want to say it was an honor to meet you. Do you have any questions for Bigfoot now that you found him?
After this, I forgot the damn questions I was going to ask you, but do you drink?
Yeah, whiskey, tequila.
Yeah.
I stay away from gin.
Well, I got something for Bigfoot.
Okay.
How about a big splash? This is my drummer, Chris, everybody.
Oh, here, wait. Hey, Chris. Or actually, look at this guy right here. Go ahead. Get closer. There you go. So Chris, very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
A big flash for Bigfoot.
Well, thank you. And it does. I like your hair. What does it take to get your hair to be so magnificent?
No, I don't know. It's something that kind of came up. I was into the grunge music. I did the whole singing in my face with hair in my face, you know. But then I would get hair in my mouth when I'd sing. I would like take a breath between. I'm like picking sweaty hair out of my mouth, and I'm like, okay, this has to stop.
Yeah.
Do this no more. And then I would play with the ponytail, and that's stupid. I'm not playing with a man bun, so like that wasn't gonna go down. So I just decided to spike my hair, and I had different ways. I had one where I spiked my hair all like one side.
Yeah.
It looked like I like slapped up against the wall or something. It was weird. I did all of them up. I looked like the Slim Jim guy.
Okay, I remember that.
I tried different things, and this just came out one night.
Oh, looks
and
good.
I came up with the logo, the YG logo. Not based off the bean at all, but the YG logo was based off my hair because I needed a YG.
Okay.
And it looks to my head. So this is a spike necklace that I used to always wear.
Oh, thank you.
So I had this awesome spike necklace that I wore, and that was the bottom of the spike of the Y and the G. And they say it looks like a flying V guitar, so that's why I kind of picked up,
I think it looks cool.
in a way.
Well, hey everybody, I just want to say thank you for watching, and if you like it, please share this wonderful musician, Yoshi Gish, and yeah, like and share. It's on YouTube and Vimeo and Facebook. So thank you, sir. Again, it was truly an honor. Thank you.
Bigfoot.
The cameraman dropped it.
And these ducks are like, this is my lake.
Yeah.
Damn hair.
Crazy ducks. Oh, thank you.